Today on the channel, mass confusion, mass hysteria, Carnor Jacks or Carcanos? Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our daily Star Wars unboxings into 2021 and beyond. And today we've got Star Wars Black Series, Carnor Jacks, Carcanos. We'll talk about it, but remember, for all your Star Wars needs, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So we've unboxed Darth Maul, we've unboxed Jackson, I should say, the rabbit. Now we get to Carnor Jacks, a very confusing figure, and through true transparency here, as you guys know, I talked about Jackson Rabbit, don't know a clue about him. Carnor Jacks, I don't know anything about him either. These are comic book related stories. I have never read the comic books, I don't know them. I do love the Emperor's Royal Guards, however, so this really hits in my wheelhouse of what I want. But apparently this Carnor Jacks is really a character called Carcanos. I don't know either of them. So to me, I wouldn't have a clue either way. But I know there was a lot of discussion when they announced this figure on the Hasbro live stream. I think Hasbro messed up. Obviously, they messed up. It'll be interesting if they right the wrong and they actually give out the Carcanos and they put it in the Carnor Jacks packaging. You could maybe switch them back and forth if you wanted to, if you're a keeper of the packaging. Just be interesting if they try to right that wrong and actually give the other figure. But like I said, I don't know anything about this character. I did not read the comics on this. I'm just going into this based off the packaging and the figure and the blurb. Hopefully there's a good blurb that lets us know what the heck's going on here. But I do like the packaging on this, very similar to the other two. Very cool to get VHS inspired packaging. Even though this is comic book related figures, it's just kind of weird to get a VHS packaging, but I don't hate it. I think it's neat, and we all know VHS tapes are on the rise. People are buying VCRs on a daily basis. If you got a VCR out there, you could probably sell it for $50. Yeah, $50. You could buy 2 Black Series figures with your profits. But yeah, very cool. Very cool packaging on this. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at here. On the front, this looks like a heavy metal band cover, like a modern day heavy metal band cover. It's cool, like pentagram type thing in the background going on. And then you got a whole army of Royal Guards. Kind of like we talked about in the Vintage Collection unboxing a few weeks ago. The new Emperor's Royal Guard figure that just came out, he has a removable helmet. And I said to myself, that's going to be the leader of my Royal Guard army. I'm going to have him take the helmet off or put that extra helmet on. He'll be my leader. That's kind of what I'm getting here in the Black Series. Once again, I don't know anything about this character, but that's the way I'm looking. This guy might be the leader of the Royal Guard protecting the Emperor, and the rest of the guys kind of go behind him. And I do have a couple of Royal Guards. I can put him behind it just like that. So we'll see what happens when my displays go up. But look at that front. That is very cool. Crimson Empire. I almost thought it said Shadows of the Empire. I said, wait a minute. But no, Crimson Empire. So once again, I believe this was Dark Horse Comics back in the day. I'm not sure if this was the actual comic book cover. It very well could be. Carnor Jacks here on the side. A little glamour shot in black and white grayscale. You got the same thing on the sides. You got some of the comic artwork, which is cool. I think that's pretty solid. And then the back, nothing too fun on the back. It's just a Lucasfilm timeline we've seen before. A lot of warnings, a lot of different languages. UPCs down here, stuff like that. So nothing too exciting. But inside, it's got the Velcro strap, just like a NECA product, which is really cool. And then there's the traditional Black Series look. Looking only like he can look in there. It looks like a very solid figure. I've always liked the Emperor Royal Guard. We talked about it in that Vintage Collection. When I was first learning to read, I had a Star Wars book, and it had a lot of cool pictures of the Emperor's Royal Guard in there, and I've always liked them. I had them back when I was a kid. I had the Power of Force. I've had so many incarnations of this figure over the years, and I'm all welcome for another one. You got a little pamphlet over here, on the little classified here. We're going to read, see what it says here. Okay, Carnor Jacks. Training himself in the ways of the dark side of the Force, Carnor Jacks became one of the most formidable members of the Imperial Guard. He betrayed his brotherhood by usurping the Imperial throne. So is this Carcanos or Carnor Jacks? So that's the confusing part. Did they just talk about Carnor Jacks, or did they actually talk about Carcanos? I don't know. I'm guessing they talked about Carcanos or Carnor Jacks. I don't even know at this point. I'm lost. I'm lost in the story. We'll get it figured out. Uh-oh, I would have cut him out too. Gotta cut the packaging. Gotta bust him out. And that's what we're gonna do. Let's see what's going on in here. I'm saving this packaging for now. It's so cool. It's worth saving, but I don't know. Long term, will I keep it forever? I'm not exactly sure. All right, let's take a look at the plastic prison. There he is. I love the red, the royal red we always get, and then the cool black underneath. So it's a little different. It's usually the robe covers the whole arms, everything else. This one is slicked back to almost like a cape. So I do appreciate that. We got this cool weapon. It looks like he's going to go hunt some whales or sharks with this thing. That's what it looks like. It looks like something you'd spear something with. Obviously, it's a double-edged spear, so that's what it does. Can I get him out of the packaging? There it goes. See you later up high towards the sky. All right, let's see this thing. Next level. I love it. So it's a lot of reuse from the Royal Guard, of course. It's got to be. I almost thought I could pull the head off, but the head does not come off. I thought it was coming off. But you get a lot of reuse, but it does feel different because, like I said, the cape usually covers the whole round. You know how they are. This one is technically different. I mean, totally different. The head's the same. Got double jointed knees. Like that a lot. Single elbows. No, yeah, you got a little turn of the head, barely any, a little up and down. It'd be cool if the mask came off, but once again, I don't know the character, so did he ever demask in the comics? I assume he did from that little picture, but who knows? Oh, I didn't even know. He's got the traditional blaster here on the side. So you guys know these usually always come with that little blaster, and usually they're force pike, is that what they're called? He comes with this one instead. And something just caught, oh man. So I was going to say, something caught my eye that was purple. I wasn't expecting this. So you see the red robe here, but if you unopen, I don't know what you call it, pull the robe out, you got a sweet purple background. Look at that attention to detail. That's next level. Very sparkly, very hollow. I don't know about hologram, but it really catches your eye. So a little purple in there, really cool. So I guess traditionally you could, I assume, move this in. It doesn't really work. Huh. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. I know Ringside Collectible Stands. Save yourself 10%. Use discount code Kyle at Ringside Collectibles. And it does fit. So yeah, the Ringside Collectible Stand fits well. I use them for a lot of my Star Wars figures. They fit very well on there. Dude, like I said, 10% discount code Kyle. Save 10% at ringsidecollectibles.com. I like this figure. I don't know a whole lot about this figure, but I am a big Emperor's Royal Guard, like I said, back in the day, and I think this will look really good in my collection, kind of in front of some of those other Royal Guards. Maybe I need to do a little research, find out what the heck's going on, if it's Carnor Jax, Carcanos, if we get Carcanos down the line. There's a lot of unanswered questions. We don't see this level of mistakes with the big Hasbros and Mattels to this level. It's been a while. I'm sure we've had them a few times, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. So I know a lot of people are pretty upset about this. Some people are passing on this just because of that. At the end of the day, I'm opening mine up. It's a good-looking figure. It's worth it to me. And I'm not a guy that buys like all the gaming greats and stuff like that. But this comic book great line stole my heart, never let go. I like all three figures that they came out with. I thought they were all very, very solid. And I recommend all three of them, especially that Darth Maul. If I had to put them in order, Darth Maul, Jax, the rabbit, Jackson Rabbit, just the goofiness of that character, creature, whatever you want to call him. I like that a lot. And then the Royal Guard, just because he's not as zany and different as the other ones. And Darth Maul, I can't go wrong with the face paint. You know my face paint rules. We're calling it face paint and horns. So I had to give him the #1 Duke out of that. But a solid figure nonetheless. I do recommend this one. It'll be interesting. About a $25 price point on these. Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. You can pick them up right now. Just very interesting to see where this will go. If they're going to continue this line out or if it's just a one-and-done line. We seem to have comic book figures now. We got the gaming ones. And then, of course, all the movies, TV shows. So they're really hitting all corners of the Star Wars universe. I just worry a little bit about some of the Return of the Jedi's, Empire Strikes Back. Some of those deep-cut characters we needed 6-inch. Will we get those down the line? I hope they don't forget about some of those guys, especially a lot of the Jabba's Palace people that are screaming for a 6-inch release. I just worry with all the Bad Batches, the Mandalorian shows and stuff. A lot of that space is going to be eaten by those characters, which I want those too, but I also want throwback characters. So hopefully we get them down the line. But I'm okay with this one. Hopefully you guys are too. You give me your comments down below. What are your thoughts? Do you want to flush this story out? It's quite the spider web, it seems like, between who's who and why. And is it Carnor? Is it Carcanos? I don't know. So there's that. You can put that in the comments if you want. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for whoever this masked individual is, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.